Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today we have a game between Pascal and Railgan on Ascension to Aiur, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Pascal. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Railgan. So a ZVT here for you at the GM level on Ascension to Aiur, which is a pretty fun map. This is a replay from back in August, so it's not the current patch, but I don't feel like very much has changed in the current patch, so if I hadn't told you, I am sure that most of you would not have noticed. Alrighty then, so you may have noticed that you're only getting one replay from me per day instead of the two that you're accustomed to. Just a lot of stuff's going on in my life right now. My wife's going back to school, the kids are going back to school, I have a lot more responsibility around the house because of all of that. And to be honest, my views have continued dropping ever since December 2015. Or was it 16? I think it was 15. Anyway, had really a high peak there and just kind of kept going downward from there. And I'm not super worried about it. I just figured eventually it would pick back up, but it never did. Never did. Got 18,000 subs, but I'm lucky to get 3,000 to watch any given cast of mine, no matter what it is. So, which is fine. Again, I do this because I love it. I'm not going to quit because people aren't watching as much as they used to. Not at all. That's not, I mean, what's happening here. It's just I'm cutting back and just being with my family a little bit more and just helping out a little bit more around the house. So that's exactly what this is. All right, so this Reaper on the way from Pascal. Okay, so this Reaper's name is Timmy. I think this is a result of Alex. But this is the longest Reaper name of all time, except for the one where somebody just copy and pasted, I want to say it was like the Rosa Parks entry off Wikipedia? No, Harriet Tubman, I think it was. So that didn't count, but I think Alex typed this whole thing out. I'm going to read some of it and then copy and paste it into a comment below. So if you want to see it, find where I commented the full story of Timmy. But this is Timmy was always a favorite amongst the Lich King's cultists ever since he was a little boy and sold Arthas and his allies his collection of Frost Revenants. Some may have called this an act of treachery, but what one would expect of a little boy who wasn't a little boy. You see, Timmy was actually the reincarnation of Tychus Finley after he was killed by Raynor on Shar. Though many thought that when Tychus said, "I made a deal with the devil, Jimmy," that meant he was hired by Mengsk to kill Kerrigan, he was actually talking about Prince Arthas. Arthas did this because he was jealous of Kerrigan's story arc being so similar to his and didn't want her to finish hers and completely copy his transformation from a good guy to a bad guy to literally a god. When Tychus failed, however, Arthas did not punish him too heavily. Instead of sending him to eternal damnation, he put Tychus' soul into Timmy's body. How Arthas met Timmy is even a longer story, and told him if he managed to harvest 10,000 souls, he would send Tychus back to the universe of SE2 with a new body. It goes on for a while after that. So this is Timmy. Timmy's not doing so good harvesting souls. Just checking to see if the third base is coming in for Railgun and actually going back into the natural base, where there are queens to shoot stuff into his face. We can hop into the main here. Oh, don't go. Why are you? No, Timmy! Timmy not on the creep, Timmy! Oh, he gets up, though. He gets up. He gets in for the scout. Oh, kind of got in for the scout. Timmy. He did see the lair timing. Okay, so that was good. Saw the lair timing, saw the gas down here. Saw that the third base was not early. 3.5 minutes in, still no third base here from Railgun. This could be a two-base all-in, and Timmy made that scout possible. So Marines in production, getting a Viking here too for the Overlords, just to clear those out. I have to imagine that's what that is. Working on the stim, and a tank would not go amiss here. Hellions are already out though, so the Hellions are keeping these Zerglings busy. Here in the middle of the map, a Baneling Nest coming in for the Railgun 2, getting an Evolution Chamber. Creep spread looking pretty good, and I like this wall. More Zerg players should do this against Hellions, I think. Walling off here with Evolution Chamber, Baneling Nest, Spinecrawler, Queen, just makes it harder for Hellions to get in. And if they're not running free amongst your drones at your mineral lines, it's just a good feeling. It's a really good feeling if they can't get in there. Anyway, Viking is out. Viking is running around looking for those Overlords. Won't find this one quite yet. It's a bad path. Is it just, it is. Oh, it will eventually get there. Look at this. Look at this patrol path it's on. Will it find my... Oh, it is going to see this one, but it's a Ling drop. Meanwhile, Viking taking down an Overlord down here to the south on the left side, but going to get 5 Lings here into the main base, and there's really nothing to stop this. There's a Hellion, 2 Hellions, and a Marine inside the natural, but there's nothing in the main yet. So Zergling's going to have a bit of a free time Nope, just kidding. The aliens came in immediately. And the Marines too. So that was not the greatest ling drop of all time, unfortunately. Oh, there's banelings here from Railgan. He's trying to get them before they could die. Yo, he can't pick them up. It doesn't have the Warp Prism's range of pickup. Couldn't pick up the banelings. That went really poorly. Really poorly for Railgan. 7 lings dead, an Overlord, and 2 banelings in exchange for a Marine and a Reaper. Ugh, resources lost 200 for the Terran, but a full 450 for Railgan. Early on, that stuff adds up. These early kills and losses can snowball into the mid-game, but Aspire's on the way from Railgan. And a third hatch too. But it's technically 2 base to 2 base right now, which is not great for our Zerg friend here. Command center is upgrading itself to an orbital command. Part of the wall, actually, here at the front door of the natural. Probably move it over to this location to the right a little bit. Ah, I told you, Viking would find 2 Overlords, 2 kills on that Viking, and does supply block Railgan. Oh no, he has to make 2 Overlords to replace it. He was going to make, well, he's got 5 mutas. I don't think he'll make many more than 5 Mutalisks. If he's going Ling Bling Muta here. Infestation Pit coming in here. Speed plus +5 life upgrade on the way too. Ling's trying to knock down this front door, but by themselves, you can't do it. Can't do it against Marines, can't do it against Hellions. It's not going to happen. Stop trying to make it happen. Widow Mines in production. Double pumping those is Pascal. And here comes the drop. It's a 6.5 minute drop, and it's only 1 medevac, and it's only Marines. I thought I'd bring some Widow Mines with him, but here it comes. The Mutalisks flying on in, and a lot of Marines just actually left with that medevac. There are some Widow Mines. If Railgan's smart, though, he should avoid them. Okay, nope. Did not avoid them. Actually, took a big hit there instead. 4 Needleisks remaining. And actually picking off the SCVs, building this missile turret in the main base. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good number of SCVs killed there. 7 dead. Muta's running, but Marine drop here at the 3rd base. Lings and Banelings trying to clear this thing out. Pretty good split. But too many Lings are remaining here. And they do have the +1 attack upgrade. That's very, very nice. Good cleanup by Railgan. Wow, those medevacs are forced to flee with nothing to show for it. Nobody going home. That's why this is GM and not Pro. If this was Pro, if this was Pulse, if this was Beyond, those Marines would survive. And even if they couldn't get anything done, they would be not dead at that point. They wouldn't just die to Lings and Mainlings. Marines here inside the main base doing a little bit of a better job, but again, just too many Zerglings. It's 18 Zerglings is a lot with +1 attack too. With Queen support, so we did lose a couple drones. 4 drones have been killed, 7 SCVs. It's 47 to 60 Harvesters right now. Railgun is up. Creep spread looking okay so far. Nothing ridiculous, but it's good to this point. Still more Widows. So many Widow Mines from Pascal. He's got 4 of them. He's getting 2 more. He's continuing to double pump those instead of Hellions. Another drop here at this 4th base. And once again, murdered by Zerglings. Banelings taking out a drop here inside the main. So going for double-pronged attacks is Pascal, which is hard to control. Even if you're at the Grandmaster level, it's hard to get it right. Swarm Host from Railgan. This guy is so unconventional. 4 Marines, good positioning here between those mineral patches. And can they take the base down before? No, too many Lings. Too many Zerglings again showing up here. It's 97 to 101 total supply. Railgun is down, but he does have the worker lead, which does bode well. Gonna drop it back here at the 3rd base. Corruptor getting some shots off on that medevac. You can't lose that medevac. I guess it doesn't really matter if all your Marines die, as they are going to, and the medevac with it. Corruptor is flying around, trying to find some more stuff to kill. Another drop here at the 4th base. This is some pretty crazy harassment. Widow Mine does burrow, and oh, he's gonna fire on these Banelings. Oh, huge hit on that Widow Mine. More Widow Mine firings. But if you don't have any Marines remaining, it's not as good as it turns out. Widow Mine's gonna fire on the Swarm Host. Oh, one goes down to some extra damage from that Marine, but then Locusts pop out and make that Marine go away. Corruptor is getting rid of the medevacs that don't have boost. Man, you can't be losing these medevacs this early, man. 4 dead so far. You still have 2, but it would be so much nicer to have 6 right now. Need detection. Oh no, another huge Widow Mine shots. Railgan is not doing well keeping his Lings safe. 14 kills and 9 kills on those Widow Mines. Does he have an... Oh, okay, he doesn't have an Overseer. He's sending Locusts in to deal with them, which seems like, hey, free units. I'm going to clear something out that way, but... Oof. Almost all the Locusts got killed there by the Widow Mine fire, but 1 managed to persist. All the Widow Mines, I think, are gone. Oh, was there still one? Oh, that's a Locust down there. That's right. That's what that timer is. That's the sound it makes when it dies. Marines, Widow Mines moving across the map. Once again, it'd be so nice to have 6 or 8 medevacs now instead of 2. But that's why you got to babysit those. You really got to take care of them. Infestation Pit. or rather infestors coming in for Railgan. Bit of a flank attack from Railgan coming from the south against these Marines and these Hellions. Again, no medevacs means these guys are a lot less powerful than they should be. Locust just wrecking them. He is just picking up these reinforcing units in the middle of the map, which is the best place to kill them if you're a Zerg. You can kill him here, it's better, but guess what? Another drop down here in the main base. I knew that attack was too small. +2/+2 Marines with 2 medevacs. Lings are streaming into their deaths. Do not come in here one at a time like this. That's weak. Infestors might get a fungal growth on those dudes. And oh, the hive goes down. What a pickup. I think all these Marines might die. Woof, medevac full of them gets murdered there. Dropping back in the natural base. Pascal's not giving up. But then everybody else is dead. So we picked off the hive. That was a huge deal. Oh, Railgan. Oh, Railgan. Actually, was that just a lair? No, that was a hive. No, whatever. It was the highest tech structure that Railgan had. Zerglings moving, running around, trying to see, all right, these medevacs going anywhere in particular? The Corruptors can kill them if the medevacs aren't boosted. You'll notice they can catch them. Small attack up here in the north, actually. 4 full medevacs worth of stuff up here in the north. But Railgun setting up at the front door with Swarm Host and Lings and Corruptors. The Marines do pick off a couple Swarm Hosts. Good target firing there, but then the big old Swarm of Locusts rolling on in. Medevacs getting fungled and then crushed out of the sky here by the Corruptors. The Locusts taking down tanks, taking down Marauders, getting rid of supply depots, but an attack up here at the 4th base. Railgun loses that one to a Marine tank attack as well. And there's an attack of Lings here at the 3rd base of Pascal to the south of natural base. We're trying to cover all the action here for you on the Falcon Paladin Network. Is he going to lose the 3rd base too? Railgun, this is a really dangerous situation here. 36 drones have been killed. Good Baneling hit defending. Once again, Swarm Host showing up without really anything to do and getting picked off for the most part. But the 3rd base by Pascal is in ruins. I mean, he lifted off his orbital command and ran it away. That's how bad it was. Once again, Medevac's trying to run from Corruptors, but if you already used your boost... No, didn't actually. So it does manage to help them escape there. You know, if you're fighting against Corruptors, it might make sense to get the upgrade at the Tech Lab. Any of these starports have Tech Labs? No, but there's an upgrade to actually increase the time that boost lasts, which is nice. Zerglings with +2/+2 trying to take down these supply depots with 3rd base. This great wall of supply depots. Marines and Marauders shoo them away quite nicely. Railgun is resetting up. He's not retaking his 4th base there. He's got it down here to the left of his main. So that's where his 4th is now, I suppose. Locust coming in. Again, using Locust against Bio is not generally advised, but good fungals and good Baneling hits definitely assisting with this. Can they take down a tank? No, the Locusts cannot. Splash damage from tanks. Really good against Locust. Makes Swarm Host a lot less effective, as it turns out. Locust here to fight against this 4 Marauder drop. Here at the 3rd base location, actually taking out yet another Swarm Host. Are these Marauders? 8 Swarm Hosts have died. That's a lot of dead Swarm Hosts. Resources lost at this point, 12,000 for the Terran and 13,000, almost 14 for Railgun, if not exactly 14. Another dead medevac here. Railgun, the great thing he's doing here is killing medevacs. He's killed 14 so far. There are exactly 0 on the field right now, but 2 more in production. Why is that Marauder not fighting? Maybe he was trying to move. Maybe he was trying to move. I don't know. A couple more Marauders running around trying to chase down Swarm Hosts, I guess, but Zerglings catch them from behind because they are fast and murder them quite nicely. So it's a 4-base to a 3-base economy. Black Mule income's going to be huge. Yeah, 3,300 minerals per minute for Pascal compared to 1,800 for Railgun. Even though he has a base, he's up a base, but he's only at 45 workers compared to 52 for Pascal. 25 SCVs have died, but 36 SCVs have died at the 14-minute mark. That's going to slow down his approach to the late game for sure. There is a Greater Spire on the way. Did he already replaces? Oh, there's his hive. That is natural. All right, very good. 4th base attempt here by Pascal. Trying to drop Locusts in. Again, we don't see this a lot. We don't see Swarm Host versus Bio a lot just because there's so much DPS on the Bio when they have upgrades. That is +3/+3 coming in at 14.5 minutes. It will be here very, very soon. And that's when this gets really scary. Marines benefit hugely from upgrades because of their fast attack speed, especially with Stim. Every attack benefits from that upgrade. Same reason that fully upgraded Zerglings are good, because they attack very quickly. And that +3 attack helps too. And Adrenal Glands increasing the attack speed means their DPS just goes up that much more. I realize I say DPS a lot. Maybe some of you don't know what that means. It means damage per second, which I guess if you thought about it, based on the context, you probably understood. But those of you maybe who are confused and curious, now you know. Now Yano, Zerglings, Infestor, Swarm Host, Baneling Corruptor. That is the composition of Railgun here. A more traditional Marine Marauder tank medevac from Pascal. Marine Marauder medevac has just been the staple of Terrans since the beta of Wings of Liberty. It's been around for so long, and it's really never lost its effectiveness. In any way, Zerglings coming around, trying to pick off these tanks. Swinging the top side here, though, is Pascal. His army's a little bit spread, but he manages to make it work anyway. He's going to come into this third base. I think Railgun's just giving up on it entirely. He doesn't really have the way to deal with it, especially if the tanks are set up. He can't lose his third, though. Dang. Third base gone. Fourth base established for Pascal. It's officially 3 base to 4 base now. Pascal is looking great. Great at this point in time. +3 is so close to being done. So almost finished. 20 seconds. 20 seconds to go on that one. Creep spread for Railgun continuing here too. Railgun is taking another base to the left of that fourth that he's had running. He's actually not worrying about gas right now. I guess if he's trying to drone back up, he is making 3 Broodlords, which is gas intensive. Maybe he'll put those back on at some point, but for now he really only has, I guess he's got 4 geysers running, so not as little as I thought. Thor production has begun for Pascal. Ling's trying to run in. The Lings are fairly useless in direct engagements against these +3/+3 Marines and Marauders, but if they want to run around and find extra bases to attack where the army is not, like this 4th base of Pascal's or 5th base down south of his 3rd, or possibly the actual 3rd itself, would be good. Broodlords here. The Vikings in the sky. There are 2 of them. I don't know if it's enough. The problem with Broodlords is Marines really like to run under them and just burn them out of the sky. If they can get in range, Broodlords will die very quickly. Also, Vikings super good. That extra damage versus armor coming into play here as 1 Broodlord does die. Body falling to the ground, but the Vikings stayed to fight the Corruptors. Not something you want to do. One of my most proud ZVT games that I remember playing was back on, oh my gosh, what was the map? The spawn points were bottom left, top right. It was kind of a mechy Terran type structure, map type. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but I played so many games on that one. Anyway, I just kept sending Corruptors up to the middle of the map, turning them to Broodlords, and then saving some Corruptors to deal with the Vikings that were coming in from the Terran. And we just kind of like back and forth tug-of-war like this for what felt like 20 minutes, but I'm sure it was probably closer to 3 or 4. Until eventually I was able to win it just through sheer number of Broodlords and Corruptors. It was an interesting experience to be sure. Zerglings can't engage here. Pascal's doing a great job keeping his army active, although did draw the army away from this 5th base of Pascal. Dude, Locust can take that down. You have enough Swarm Host here. Come on. Is he gonna do it? Maybe he wants to take out the 3rd instead. Well, we'll see where these go. He is going to take out the 3rd instead. So you can fly over the supply depots, which is a benefit for the Locusts. Widowmine's taking out a bunch of them, but I think there are enough remaining. He's going to take out the SCVs immediately. The DPS on these guys is disgusting. It is disgusting. 11 damage, 0.43 weapon speed, and he gets the overall command too. Just instant death on that base. That is the one thing, good thing about Swarm Hosts, man. 48 SCVs have been killed, 63 to 35 right now. Railgun is in the lead. He replaced his 3rd base. His 5th base is still happily running. Again, his gas income is not that much. It's still 400 compared to 100 for Pascal, though. Why is there... What? Oh, I guess he is expired. His refineries are expired at his main and his natural, and he didn't bother getting refineries at his 4th or his 5th until just now. Marine drop at the newly constructed 3rd base of Railgun. Static defense would be helpful here, I think. Be pretty good. Where are the Corruptors? Man, he's not doing a good job picking up and getting out at all, is he? Where is his attention otherwise? So many dead medevacs here. 15 dead medevacs. Lings trying to knock down the Great Supply Depot Wall of China. +3 Zerglings with adrenal glands on the way. They're going to run. They know they ran out of time. The natural base is ripe for the picking. Dude, there's SCVs in here. Oh, there's a lift, but it's not a full wall. Oh no, more SCVs are going to die. This might be the beginning of the end for Pascal. These Zerglings, again, this is where they excel is away from the main army, which just showed up and murdered them all instantaneously, as they will do. Oh, good sensor tower here too. I like the sensor tower location. Making sure you can tell where the Swarm Hosts are coming in. I don't know if it'll save your base. Are they just, I guess they're going after them. No, they want to get the planetary fortress. But the army's showing up. They're getting distracted by the sensor tower and the missile turrets. He changes the focus to the missile turrets towards the end there. And you might get this one unless Pascal recognizes it's on fire. And it is Nope, it's dead. Yeah, it's definitely on fire. So Pascal needs to make something happen. He's down 58 to 37 harvesters. He lost his third. He doesn't have many workers at all, but I love this composition of his. It is kind of half mech, half marine marauder. Good heavy hitters, good Vikings in the sky, plus the sheer power of marines here. I think more Terrans should use this, honestly. This 5th base of Railguns is under a lot of attack. Lings and Banelings trying to come in and deal with this. There are Ultras, though. Fully upgraded, almost fully upgraded Ultras. Banelings crashing on everything. Blinding Cloud, blinding a lot of these units. Then a giant Fungal on them as well. Locust jumping on top, but again, just not working out super well. Trying to chain Fungal all this stuff to death unless he can kill it. It doesn't really matter. Vikings clearing out the Broodlords with ease. There are so many Vikings here. I mean, by so many, I mean there are 6, but there's 1 Broodlord remaining, so that's definitely enough. Scan, Swarm Host are getting murdered. Railgun trying to hide from the eye of the Terran. Couldn't do it. Hatchery with 13 hit points, and now it is dead. Takes it out. Vikings landing to fight on the ground as well because they're done. The Broodlords are out. What a push here from Pascal. Resources lost. 23,000 for Pascal. 27,000 for the Railgun. Ay caramba. Did his Ultras die too? One of his Ultras got killed. He still has 0. So yes, his Ultra died. That's bad. Lings and Banelings desperately crashing on in here, trying to get rid of these tanks. And you know what? They might be able to do it. There's nothing supporting these tanks, and these Lings can get inside that minimum attack range, and they got it. Wow. Desperation move there by Railgun makes it happen. Vikings getting cleared out by Corruptors, well, unless the opposite is happening. Guess what? A giant Marine Marauder attack from Pascal showing up. The Medevacs aren't all dead. This is a crazy game. All right, can they take down? They're going to take down this 4th base here. Yep, that's toast. That's a lot of dead bases. 4 hatches and a hive. Dead for Railgun. Single Swarm Host hiding out. I don't know if he can do much. He's burrowed, which is nice, but yeah, I mean, Pascal needs to stay active is what he has to do. He has to find bases that exist of Railguns and kill them. It's 168 to 108 total supply. Pascal, oh, is he pulling back for defense? I don't know about this. I feel like you have the Zerg player on the ropes, but Railgun says, no, not on the ropes. Going after this 6th base. 6th base. It's going to be a planetary fortress soon, unless the Lings can take it down. Good Fungal on all of that bio. This Ultralisk is now fully armored at 7 armor, and he's going to eat up these Marines with some Ling support and die. But he got it. And they got the 6th base there too. Corruptor, single Corruptor, trying to take out about 5 Medevacs at the same time, but no, it's not going to happen. Dang, the music synced up perfectly there, didn't it? Got all quiet when things calmed down. It's a little more ominous now. Pascal marching across the map. Creep spread real close to his home base, but he's not scanning. I wonder if he needs the mules. He might need the mules. He's sitting on 30 SCVs right now, and yet income is still higher than Railgun's. 1,500 compared to 1,300. Yep. Mules are good. Good unit. Another attack up here at this 4th base of Railguns, and enough Lings showing up. I think there are. Pascal learns his lesson, picks up and boosts out. It's frustrating to have to run. It is, but you can come back in. You can come back in. You can go somewhere else. If you just die, it doesn't help anybody in the long run. That's the way I see it. Pascal, 152 to 106 total supply, and Railgun has a worker lead too, so army value has got to be way bigger. It's double. It's about 6,000 compared to 3,000 for Railgun here. So army marching on in. Got to make this Infestor usage good. Got to make Ultra usage good. Got to make sure these Banelings connect. There's a lot of stuff that has to go right here for the Railgun. Oh, Railgun's 5th base. Is it going to go down? Dude, +3 Marines are so good. Another hatch gone. At least the drones managed to escape there. That's good. Railgun wants revenge. Does he want revenge? Kind of wants revenge. I mean, not really. Spinecrawler attracting the attention of these Marauders, but just going to die for its efforts because they're +3/+3 Marauders. Thank you very much. They hit like trucks. 13 damage times 2. 26 damage per shot on those guys, and they're fully upgraded. Holy cow. Marines Marauders coming in. Big old Ling. Baneling crashing on in here, though. Ultralisk in the back. Great Fungals, and the Banelings connecting. Thanks mostly to the Fungals. Zerglings again all over the tanks, and wow. Once again, Railgun manages to make it happen just by the skin of his teeth there. Good Fungals, good Banelings, good Lings. He lost some bases. He's still sitting on 4 total bases, one of which is effectively mining. Oh, which is under attack, actually. This 4th base up top, Zerglings getting that surround. And a pick up and a boost out with a single Marauder, who does in fact manage to escape. Zerglings once again trying to find easy prey. Not going to find it here. Again, the biggest army of Pascal sitting right here, actually. And Pascal keeping up on these base count, man. He still has 2 mining bases, 3 mining bases looking really good. Railgan expanding up north, long distance mining there. Re-expanding at this 5th base that he lost earlier. Not trying to retake this 6th either. Oh, Ling's got in. Ling's got into Pascal's 5th. And is going to pick off a few more of those. That's going to be 75 SCVs that have been killed so far. But once again, unless you kill a Terran all the way, they are not dead. They are not at all dead. Railgun has 45 workers, but not really a great place to put them. As it turns out, that's why he's long distance mining from his 4th base up top to this. Oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, yeah, 8th base of his up top. That's a lot of bases, man. Top middle, it's where it is. Creep spreading out too. Maybe setting up another location where he can do some stuff. How is there creep here? How did he get a creep tumor started right here? I guess he's trying to just make sure that Pascal can't take this base very easily. He might have just Overlord pooped and walked a queen over. Zerglings taking down Overlords, taking down supply depots. Man, my brain is like, that's supply. It could be an Overlord, sure. Those terms are interchangeable. No, they are not. Single Marine going after Railgun's 8th base. Stimming. Can he get it? The answer is no, because about 8 Zerglings show up and instantly kill him. They outnumber him a bajillion to 1. They might as well have for how well he survives. Zerglings once again getting massacred because the whole army found them. Whew. But Railgun doing okay. Again, fully upgraded Ultralisks. Got some Banelings. Does he have any Infestors left is my question right now. He's got 4 of them. I don't know where they are. They're running around playing base defense. Oh, they're here with the army. Very good. Very good. Another Marine running around just scouting, getting absolutely cleaved in half by that Ultralisk. Guess you found the 8th base. Oh, refound it. It's Pascal. Coming on in, thinking he's distracted him, but no, another good fungal. Another great fungal. So much green here. Makes the Ultralisks a million times more effective. If you can fungal first, and that was just a butt kicking. That was a crushing by Railgun there. The fungals making all the difference in the world. And once again, new proposed balance change. Fungal will only slow units that are off creep and not root them as exists now, which is anywhere. So that could be interesting. Another Marauder drop here at this 4th base. He's really wanted to kill this 4th base for quite some time. Has Pascal. APM for these guys, over 300 for Pascal, about 300 right now for Railgun. Attack, guess what? Zergling attack over at the 5th base of Pascal. More dead SCVs. This is going downhill really fast for Pascal. Got 41 of them. He's been doing a great job replacing those guys, but he needs to protect them better. Because if he doesn't, that's what happens. Zerglings show up and ruin your day. Zerglings continuing to run around, burrowing, play ones here and there. Oh, that Widow Mine has 27 kills. His friend has 21. Just got every one of those Zerglings. I think they all would have died anyway. Just because the army of Pascal is a small part of it right there. Right on top of them. Alright, so army value has kind of flipped here. It's about 6,000 for Pascal. And it's about 5,000 for Railgun. So Railgun's catching up. Is what he's doing. Making more Banelings. Making sure the 5th base of Pascal's never gets going at all. Killing supply depots. Gonna supply block him? I don't know. There's more fungal action though. Widowmine's firing at Ultras. They don't care. They don't care about that. They're like Honey Badger. Ultras continuing to just mow through these Marines. Marines and Marauders trying to fire from distance. Tanks trying to do it too, but I don't think there are enough of them. The Infestors moving out of range of the scan, but still catching some splash damage there. Lings taking care of every SCV here at Pascal's 6th base. He's down to 18 SCVs. Drop here at the 4th of Railgun is shoved away once again. But you know what? Pascal kind of holds on here. He kind of holds on. He lost so many workers, though. 37 to 19 right now. Nobody's super healthy, though. Railgun is not super healthy, but he needs Infestors. He's got to keep those alive. He's got one. He's got one, but he has lost a total of 9. Marauders again retreating. Marauders not that great against drones because they don't do extra damage versus them because they're light. Oh, finally a spine crawler from Railgun. Static defense, perhaps. Perhaps. Pascal's army looks a little sad. It's a little sad as it comes up here to take down these rocks, leading over to Railgan 6, which he has retaken. He left it fallow for a while. Marauders. Oh, Spore Crawler here too, getting some shots off on the medevac, which is empty. I don't know how much it actually matters. And coming up the ramp is Pascal. Banelings trying to morph on in, but guess what's killing them? Pascal! There's the fungal. There's the Ultralisk. Chew. Nom 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 nom. Medevac's getting hit from overhead. There are just small numbers of Corruptors here. Again, he doesn't have a giant flock of them. He just has 1 or 2, but it's enough. It's enough to make Medevacs try to get out of there or die. This Ultra count is just too high. They are hurt, but they're not dead. And that means Pascal's 5th base is directly under assault. And that's a good game out of Pascal. Pascal is defeated, and Railgan is victorious. Is he going to leave? He left. Okay. Whew. Trying to time that out. Whoa, what an insane 30-minute game. They're out of these 2 GM players. Ends up, wow, that's a good resources lost tab right there. That is a lot of dead stuff. That is a total of 50,700 resources lost for Pascal compared to 46,000 for Railgan. He really made it work there towards the end. It was really just that consistent fungal Ultralisk Baneling Ling type thing. Fungal Ultralisk Baneling Ling with Corruptors to take out Medevacs, and the Fungals, that was the MVP of the match, honestly. These Infestors with their Fungals holding stuff still so Banelings can hit, so Ultras can actually hit. If you've ever seen a Zerg player try to take out a Terran Bio player with Ultras, and there's no Fungal, they just kite. They kite back and back and back and back and back and back, especially if they have Marauders, it works out pretty well. But holding them still is the key to the whole thing. 519 Lings died in this game. That's a lot. That's a lot of Zerglings. 111 SCVs, 301 Marines, 21 Swarm Hosts. Yeah, once Railgun got rid of the Swarm Hosts, I think he started to do a little bit better. Good experimentation, though. Way to try something out. 15 tanks were killed. All 5 Mutalisks died. All 6 Broodlords died. 100% mortality rate on those guys. 6 hatcheries and a lair. Oh, that is a lair. Okay, for 2 orbital commands and a planetary fortress. So a lot more bases died for Railgun, but he killed more SCVs. And the bases that he killed really made a huge difference towards the end there. So great job by Railgun. Good job getting that win. Representing Zerg well, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.